Joining us now is Anthony Saccaro, president of Providence Financial and Insurance Services. Good to have you back, Anthony.
Hi, Alicia. Glad to be here. Thank you.
Okay, so it would be disingenuous, obviously, to highlight the good inflation reports and then ignore the bad. This is the first time all year we've seen producer prices and consumer inflation cool. And for the first time this year, wages have finally caught up with inflation. Do you see this becoming a lasting trend? Or, with fighting in the Middle East on again and then off again and now on again, could this relief for Americans be short-lived?
Well, we hope it's a lasting trend. I would like to think that this is the direction in which we're going. But you pointed correctly to the fact that it's all going to depend on what's happening in the Middle East. And, this was supposed to be a 3-week war, and I don't know how many months we're into it now, but certainly the energy prices has been a result of the immediate increase. But that's not it, though, because core is up despite energy as well, too. And, of course, core doesn't include energy. I think the takeaway from this report, though, is that it's one step in the right direction. You can't get going in the right direction without that first CPI and PPI report. And it was nice that they both went in tandem, CPI yesterday, PPI today, softer than expected and down first time in this year. We have to still recognize, though, that there's a 200 bips difference between the 3.5% on the CPI year over year and the 5.5% on the PPI. And the PPI is the leading indicator. So we're not by any means out of the woods, but it is a step in the right direction. And hopefully it continues going in that direction.
For sure. Great step in the right direction. Are we going to need more steps, though? Is this enough to put an interest rate a cut back on the table this year? Or do you think the Fed needs to see several more months, more steps of progress before it even considers lowering rates?
Oh, there cannot be a cut based on just this one move. For sure, 100%, no possibility. Now, of course, that's my opinion. There's still something like a 10% chance of a rate increase in July. But I don't think that's going to happen either. Right now, the Federal Reserve is best sitting put. Stay where you are. Let's see if it keeps going in the right direction. If it keeps going in the right direction for the next couple of meetings, then maybe towards the end of the year, we can talk about a cut. I don't see any possibility of them being able to do that. Even with the CPI at 3.5%, their target, remember, is 2%. They can't wait for it to get to 2% to do a cut, but it's been going up for the last 6 months, not down. So I don't see how any cuts are on the table right now based on the information that we have. Possible, but not right now.
Okay, real quick before I let you go, you make an interesting point in your notes that the economy is being supported less by the consumer, more by businesses investing in AI, artificial intelligence. Is that the kind of growth that can keep the economy strong, or does it leave us more vulnerable if consumer spending, actually starts to slow?
No, it does leave us vulnerable. 70% of the GDP in the United States is based on consumption and mostly consumer consumption. A lot of the GDP has been the capital expenditures that companies have been putting in based on AI. I think something like $650 billion last year went into AI, $750 billion projected this year. So that helps prop up GDP for sure. And no. It can't stay that way. The consumer has been resilient, but with wages and with the job, we're in a no hire, no fire environment right now. Consumers still have to be very careful at this point.
Okay, Anthony Saccaro, president of Providence Financial and Insurance Services. Appreciate your insight today, as always.
Thank you, Alicia.
Got it.